Beautiful people, welcome back to another video, episode 2 of Pilot Talk with your host, Pilot Pete, and today we have a very special guest who's near and dear to my heart. So if you want to hang out, get to meet my special guest, talk some aviation, talk some tips on what it's like to have an aviation son, this is the episode for you. Hope you stay tuned and welcome back to Pilot Talk episode 2.
Airplane mode.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Welcome back to another Pilot Talk with Pilot Pete, and our special guest today is
Mom Capio.
Mom Capio, my mother. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for being here. We're excited to have you on the program. So Mom, a lot of viewers, a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers whose kids are up and coming pilots, whether they're in flight training or school or career that their kids want to get involved with. I get a lot of questions from a lot of moms asking what it's like, how training is. So from a POV of a mother whose son is a pilot.
Well, first of all, I never thought you'd become a pilot when you did go to Arizona State, honestly. But when you did find that passion at the School of Flying, I thought it was the best idea you ever did. You found a passion in something, you were able to open a book and really study because you really had a passion for it, because you knew you weren't a 9-to-5 desk guy behind a desk. So I think that you found your passion and you put everything into it. And I think if your son finds a passion in that, just let them do it. I think it's a wonderful job. They get to visit.
Or daughter.
Or daughter, I apologize, you're right. They get to fly so many places. And as far as people out there scared, well, you know, he's flying a plane. You're more safe than a plane than any other car or anything out there, or a train, anything. So when he goes to work and he's going cross country or wherever he's going over the world, I'm never nervous about, is the flight going to be safe? Is he going to be safe? But never crosses my mind.
Yeah, and I think for two reasons. One, because you know I take my job very seriously. You know planes are safe. I'm a professional. The men and women I'm flying with are also professionals. And the other one would be the fact, because you don't know, half the times you don't know where I'm going.
Exactly, true.
So
until you're there.
I'll get a bunch of messages once in a while from my mom or my dad just being like, hey, are you in New York? Like, no, I'm in Paris, or I'm in Istanbul, Turkey, or wherever it may be. So for the parents out there, just to sum it up, or their kids are interested in flying, you give them the thumbs up and say,
100%,
go for it.
Go for it, 100%.
Awesome.
It's an awesome career.
So my mom has had her son, me. I've been an airline pilot now for 10 plus years.
Correct.
And my old airline based in Florida, I was flying an Airbus A320. To this day, it's my favorite flight. Do you have any story that you want to tell the audience about that one day in Stuart Newberg?
We got the surprise of our life. Dan and I both thought he was in Florida, and we were just taking this flight to meet him in Fort Myers. And we went to Stewart Airport, and ironically, we're going standby because it's free to fly. And they called our name first. And I'm thinking, standby people don't get called first to go on a plane, but we just said, okay, well, it's different here. So they called us and they brought us on the plane, and as I entered the airplane, the captain flying the plane was my son. It was a huge surprise. So everyone knew about it, the flight attendants, the girl at the desk. So it was a really nice surprise. That was the flight of a lifetime for me, that I never thought I'd be on a plane that he flew. So it was really awesome.
We ended up flying to, I believe it was actually St. Pete, Tampa. How it worked was, where my parents lived, that airport, Stuart Newberg, only flew to St. Pete. I wasn't based in St. Pete, I was based in Fort Myers. I ended up messaging a captain.
Yeah, switching your schedule.
Switching my schedule. I ended up paying the I worked that flight for free because I was leaving to go to another airline, a New York-based airline. It was my last trip, actually. So I had never flown both my parents on my jet. They thought they were coming down. I was picking them up out of St. Pete in my car. But lo and behold, I actually flew them down on the Airbus as a captain. I actually made a special PA. Normally I do this announcement from the comfort of the flight deck in the left seat there, but today I have two very special passengers on board. That's my own mom and dad. And I just want to tell them, from all you guys, that Mom and Dad, thank you for everything that you've given me throughout the years. and what you sacrificed to be able to let me accomplish my goals and do what I do like to do every day and fly airplanes. So again, I love you and thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a really special moment for me, you, and Dad. And
yeah, because he came out of the cockpit and actually made the announcement that we were on the plane and thanking us for giving him this career. So it was very awesome.
Most importantly, how was the landing 1 through 10?
10.
10. 10 out of 10 landing. I think I bounced it. My mom would have said it was a 10 anyway, even if it was the worst landing in my career. All right, so now it's Mom's turn to ask a question. Mom, are you a frequent flyer in general?
Yes.
And where's your most visited destination?
Canada.
Canada. So my mom, born and raised in Montreal, say Pilot Pete is the best pilot in the world in French, please. So I know you are legit.
Mon fils Peter est un très bon pilote. Alors, il peut vous amener à n'importe quelle destination et vous allez arriver dans une pièce.
What about non-negotiable?
C'est non négociable.
Yeah.
C'est non négociable.
Perfect, thank you for that. So my mom's #1 destination is to go visit my aunt, her sister in Nova Scotia. So you're flying Newark to Nova Scotia a lot on RJs. What's a question or something that you're curious about? Even though I'm your son, you can ask me anytime. You have the audience now, you have the floor. Let's hear an aviation question for the one and only Pilot Pete. People pay hundreds of dollars to get these questions answered. It's your turn to get it for free.
I know when I fly, it could be a 2-hour flight or a 6-hour flight. I get off the airplane, maybe it's my age now, but I'm tired, you get jet lag. How can you do it for your career every day? And doesn't your body eventually get like, this is hard to do?
Great question, yeah. I think you just get used to it. It'd be similar to a desk job, right? You have a desk job where you're sitting in a chair
on a computer
from 9 to 6 p.m. talking to people. For me, like my mouth would get dry all the time if I had to do that. I would go crazy. So it's like, that would tire me out. My reverse question to you would be like, how do you deal with that? It's just, you're just used to it by now. It's just what you do. So I'm used to it. It's just something that I do, but I don't think there's any tricks to beating jet lag. Personally, the flying itself doesn't really bother me so much. And then I just get so excited that when I land in these new destinations, or even if you're excited to go visit your sister that you've been to a million times, the energy of just being there. So it's mental. Personally, I sleep when I'm tired and I eat when I'm hungry. So if I land in Istanbul, Turkey, and it's 4 a.m., I'm never eating food at 4 a.m. in New York. If it's 4 a.m. there and it's whatever time it is in New York, I just eat whatever I want. I think that helps me get on that clock as quickly as possible and adapt that way. But no, jet lag is definitely real. Studies have shown pilots can suffer immensely from health issues because of that. But that's why I stay in shape. I eat good no matter where I'm at. I'm not eating fast food ever. I don't drink alcohol. I completely cut that out of my diet. And we all know I'm working out and running as much as possible because it's non-negotiable.
C'est non négociable. I do have another question. It might be silly.
No, there are no dumb questions.
Is there a maximum height for a man or woman to fit in that cockpit?
Maximum height, no. There is, I know pilots that are like 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", at my company and other companies around in the US. And the cockpits, especially in the wide body 767 I fly, is very big. I know that there's max and mins for the military because those fighter jets and stuff are a little tighter. Quick story with the minimum, there was a girl in our class. She had to fly the 757. She couldn't fly the 76 or the 777 because her legs couldn't reach the pedals.
Wow.
So there are ways to adjust it. So a 6'4" guy and a 5'6" guy can fit in the same airplane. This particular pilot, she was that small that she couldn't like reach the pedals and the controls. So they said, hey, the only airplane she's gonna be able to fly is the 7.5. But there definitely is limits, but there's no specified limits. You just have to be able to reach the controls.
And you're never too tight in there with your legs?
Not the airplane I fly. The 767, I'm fine because the pedals.
But when you worked for another airline, was it tight?
Yeah, when I flew for the regionals for that 3 months in the Embraer 145, that was uncomfortable and tight. But again, I was like my first jet job, so I was more just adrenaline ridden and excited to fly. But no, overall, nothing too bad.
Good.
My mom gets to fly standby on a few of the airlines because I fly cargo. She used to be flying on all the airlines for free standby. Now it's very limited and you don't like the hassle of it. So normally you're just buying a ticket, credit card points, doing the normal thing. But she is allowed. My parents, my maybe one day wife, maybe one day kids, they can fly standby for free. Question to you, Mom. You can tell the audience where you're getting surprised to in December, but then also a bucket list place that you've never been to that you'd like to see before it's all said and done.
I am very fortunate. Peter has invited myself and Sonia's mom. We are going to Paris.
Paris!
Paris in December.
Yep.
It's Christmas time.
If you loved having my mom on the vlog, which I know you did because you're gonna comment below, more mom, you will see more of her in our Paris video in a couple months. So Paris surprise that you're going to. Where's a place you've never been to that you would love to go?
I know it's far though, but I'd love to go to Africa. I'd love to do like in Tanzania, maybe like some kind of safari.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
So maybe once I hit 100,000 subscribers, because if you haven't subscribed, please do it now. I start actually making money from these videos. I'll be able to afford a surprise trip to Tanzania or some safari. So as always, folks, I hope you enjoyed Pilot Talk with Pilot Pete and my second ever guest, my mother. Mom, you want to sign off in French?
Au revoir tout le monde. La prochaine fois, je vous parle de Paris.
Awesome. Thanks guys again. We love you and we'll see you on the next video.